Hi friends, welcome to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. Ashish here, and today I'll be covering two Sudoku variants in a single video. So both of these Sudokus were actually featured in the recent Sudoku Mahabharata contest named as Irregular and Math Variants, and there were two authors, Nityant Agarwal and James Peter, to author both of these to author the round, right? So both the authors authored the whole round SM round called Irregular and Math Variants, and it was an excellent contest. I actually gave the contest, this was the last SM round, and I actually gave the contest, it was an excellent one. So both of these Sudokus were quite tough in the contest, and many people got stuck in both of these Sudokus. So I thought of covering a video on this one, right? So the first Sudoku that we are solving is an arrow Sudoku constructed by Nityant Agarwal, and second Sudoku is the irregular Sudoku, that is a highest pointer in the contest, that is by James Peter, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Before going to the Sudoku, I would highly recommend you to please subscribe to the channel Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles if you haven't done so. Excuse me. It will really motivate us to cover videos on daily basis, and if at all you have a request for any Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, do let us know in the comment below and we will surely make a video on it, right? Coming back to this Sudoku, and one more thing I would like to say is we have started a Patreon page of Unshackling Sudokus and Puzzles. So if at all you think that we are doing good on a daily basis, uploading videos on Sudokus and Puzzles, it's a really hard work. Please do support us on the Patreon page. I'll add the link in the description below, right? Now coming on to these Sudokus. So the first Sudoku that we are solving is a arrow Sudoku. Classic Sudoku rules apply. You need to have digits from 1 to 9 in each row, each column, and 3 into 3 box without repetition. Apart from that, there are some arrows with the stem given in the grid. So the number in the circle is equal to the sum of the numbers on that arrow stem, right? So the number here is equal to sum of these 5 digits. The number here is equal to sum of these 2 digits, right? Easy rules, but this was really a really good Sudoku, and let's solve this Sudoku. So the first thing that I noticed in this Sudoku was, if I take all these two arrow cells, right, for these two circles, right, these two circles, the sum of these digits would have to be 18. 1, that would be minimum, 1 and 2, that would be minimum, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 and 1. So 1 2 3 4 is 10, plus 2 3 is 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18, right? So the minimum value, if you take in all of these digits, the sum sums to 18, which means both of these cells will have to be the maximum values, that are 9. Superb, right? Just a second. Yeah, so both of these would have to be 9, and which means all of these that we have done, 2 and 1, both of these would have to be 1 2, and all of these would have to be 1 2 3 and 4, right? 2 cannot be in any of these two cells, 1 cannot be here, and you know that you already have a just a second. Yeah, we just got a call. Yeah, you already know that you have 1 plus 3, that is 4. So sum of these two digits would have to be 5, which means if you have a 3 here, you would have to have a 2 here. So 3 is not possible here. If you had a 4 here, you would have to have a 1 here, not possible. So same here, 4 and 3 is not possible here, because sum of these two numbers is sum of these three numbers is 4. You need to have 5 in these two cells, so either 2 3 or 1 4, right? This was the starting logic in this Sudoku, and the moment I got this, I thought I have completed the Sudoku. It should be easy one right now, but no, it wasn't easy. There was a particular logic that was really narrow, and really I have seen this kind of logic actually for the first time, a really different one. Before going to that, I will just write some more basic candidates and notations here in this Sudoku. So if you see here, you have 1 and 2. This cell can either be 7 or 8, because the minimum sum is 3 and 4, right? So which means 3 would have to be in one of these two cells, because if there is no 3 here, it would have to be 4 plus 5, that sums to 9. Same way this goes for this logic as well, this sum as well. 3 would have to be in one of these two cells, because if there is no 3 here, it would have to be 4 plus 5, that sums to 9. You already have a 9 here and here, right? And now coming on to the narrow logic that I was talking about. The logic was, actually it took me nearly 2 to 3 minutes to see this logic. I was just looking around on where to see or where to actually proceed the Sudoku, but without using this logic it was nearly impossible to complete this Sudoku. If you write a 1 here, this would have to be a 4, this would have to be a 2. The moment you write a 1 here, this becomes a 2 and there is no digit in this cell. There is no possible digit you can place in this cell, right? Which means this cell cannot be a 1, this cell cannot be a 2. It would have to be this cell as 3, this cell as 1, that gives you a 2 here and a 4 here. That was the logic that I was talking about, and that gives you a 3 here. That 3 actually gives you either 4 or a 5, but you already have a 4 here, so that gives you a 5 here, that sums to 8 here. Sorry, not this, 8 here. I won't be able to undo this because I actually thought of solving it online using the SM online links, but in this case I cannot undo any number here, so I'll have to be very careful in writing digits, right? And which means a 3 would have to be here again, right? This is either 7 or an 8, so this is either 4 or a 5. Good. And the next thing is this. Now this can either be 6 or a 7, right? Cannot be 5, because for the 5 you need 5 is not possible. Cannot be 4, because the 4 you need 1 and 3, that is already used, and for 3 you will need 1 and 2, that is already used. So either 6 or 7. For 6 it would have to be 1 5 or 2 4. 1 5 is cannot be used, 2 4, so either 2 or a 4 here. And for 7 it can be 6 1, which is 6 or 1 here, and 5 and 2 is not possible, 3 and 4 is not possible, right? So which means you got a 1 2 3 4 already placed here. 5 6 7 8 would have to be somewhere here, right? 6 7 8 9, right? So 9 is not possible in these two cells, 8 is not possible here, 9 is not possible here, which means this cell would have to be a 9. The only place for 9 to be in this cell, which means you get a 6 7 8 triplet here, so this would have to be a 4, that gives you a 2 and a 6 here, right? That gives you 1 and a 2 here. That 6 eliminates 6 from this cell, that gives you a 6 here, and these 3 cells are 1 3 and 5, so this is a 5. These 2 cells are 1 3, 4 5 and 7. 4 cannot be here, so this cell would have to be 4. These 2 cells are 5 7, so this cell is an 8 here, right? If this is a 7, for 1 it would have to be 6, for 3 it would have to be 4. 3 is not possible for 7. If it is an 8, for 1 it would have to be 7, for 3 it would have to be 5. So 5 6 and 7. Okay, these 2 cells are 6 and 7 in any order. Of course it cannot be 7, because the minimum digit here would have to be 3, so that gives you a 10 here. So this is 6 3 and 9 here, that gives you a 7 here, right? And which means you already have a 1 here. 2 and 3, 5 is not possible. 6 and 8 or 9, 6 8 or 9. Okay, 9 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. You have a 1 here, so that is a 3 here. With the 5 it would have to be 8, so the minimum is 5, that gives you a 8 and a 7 here, that gives you a 7 and a 5 here. Okay, so that 7 gives you an 8 here, that gives you a 5 here. 8 cannot be here, 8 cannot be here, so these 2 cells are 8. 4 6 and 7, 4 7 8, so this would have to be 6, and these 3 cells would have to be 4 and 7 and 8. So 8 would give you 2 and a 9 here, so these 2 cells are 2 and a 9. This cell would have to be a 1 using the classic rules. 1 would have to be in one of these 2 cells, 1 would have to be here, so that gives you a 1 here. So 1 and 2 are not possible here. 3 and 4 is the minimum sum here, so you cannot have a 6. 3 and 4, or the next sum would have to be 3 or 5 is not possible. 4 and 5 is not possible. 3 or 6, either 3 or a 4 or 3 or a 6. So in both the cases 3 would have to be here, But 3 and 4 is not possible because that sums to 7 and 7 is already used. 3 and 5 is also not possible, so it would have to be 3 and a 6. That gives you a 9 here. That gives you 2 and a 9 here. That 6 doesn't give us anything. This cell would have to be 4, 7 and 8. Whatever you have here would have to be here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 and 8. This is 7 and 8, 4 and 8, 4 and 7. Okay. I think so we have marked all the arrow digits here. It's nothing but the classic rules just. And we should be able to complete this Sudoku now. 5 would have to be here, 5 would have to be here. 4, 6 and 8. So this is 4, 6, 4, 6, 8 and 4, 6 and 8. 4, 7, 8 and 4, 7 and 8. Okay, so okay, yeah, 4, 6 and 2, 2, 4 and 6. So this means this would have to be 4, 7, 8, 2 and 6 in any order. So this cell would have to be an 8, 3 and 9 in any order. So this is 3. I got a call again. This is 9. Okay. I hope I haven't done any mistake here, because that will cost me a lot. And I really don't want to do that. 3, 7 and 9 here. So this is 3, 7 and 9 in any order. Right. Not 8, 9. Right. 4, 6, 7 and 9. 7, 9. This is 4 and 6. We have a 4, 6 pair here. So that is 7 and a 9 and a 7 here. Okay. So 4, 6 and 2, 4 and 6. 2 cannot be here. So this is 2, this is 4, this is 6, this is 4. That is 6, this is 8, this is 8 and that is 4. That gives you 4 here, 8 here and a 7 here. That gives you 2 and a 6 here, and that should give you a 2 here, 3, 7 and 4 here in any order. So that is 7, 3 and a 4 and 6, 7 and 9. So 7 and 9 and 6. And with that we complete this arrow Sudoku, And with that we complete this arrow Sudoku by Nityant Agarwal. It was an excellent Sudoku, and I like both the logics here. The first logic that we started with 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1, 2 and the sums to 18, and the second logic was the excellent one that I haven't seen before, using the 1, 2, right? And now coming on to the second Sudoku, that is the irregular Sudoku. That was really a tough one. Many top solvers also got stuck in this one. So I hope to cover this Sudoku now. And what I saw in this Sudoku at the start was, so I saw the first 3 rows, right? In-out rule of the first 3 rows. So the in-out rule of the first 3 rows is nothing but, no, I mean to say first 4 rows. I'm sorry. I used the in-out rule of the first 4 rows here, and I saw that there are exactly these 2 cells going outside inside and these 2 cells coming outside, which means both of these would have to be same digits, right, in any order. So if you have a 5 and 6 here, this can be 6 and a 5 or anything, right? They shouldn't be in the same order but in any order, but these 2 digits and these 2 digits would be same, these 2 digits and these 2 digits will be the same, right? And using that, what I got was, these 2 digits cannot be 1, 3, 2, 6, 8. These 2 digits cannot be 7. So it is nothing but 1, 5, 4, 5 and 9. So this is 4, 9, 4, 5, 9. So which means it is 4, 9, 4, 5, 9. Right? Whatever you have here would have to be here. Same way whatever you have here would have to be here. Right? It cannot be 2, 3, 4. It cannot be 6, 8, 9. Which means 1, 5 and 7. Right? 1, 5 and 7. And which means this is 5 and 7, this is 1 and 5 because of the 7 and 1. Oh, okay, yeah, 1 and 5 is already here, so this cell would have to be a 7, and this is 1 and 5, so it can be anything, right? This was the first thing that I did here, and you won't believe, the second thing that what I saw was really helped me to solve this Sudoku faster. There are two things here. The first thing was this. The second thing is that 9 cannot be in any of these cells. So 9 would have to be here. You have a pointing of 9. So that eliminates 9 from this cell. Easy. One particular logic that was very helpful and that was very strict, right? Very concrete logic was 1 here. 1 cannot be any of these cells. So 1 would have to be here. 1 would have to be here. That eliminates 1 from this cell. Now if you see this region, that cannot have a 1 here and here. You cannot have a 1 here, so this cell would have to be a 1. The moment I wrote this, I got so many digits you wouldn't believe. That one eliminated 1 from this cell, you got a 5 7 pair, so this would have to be 5. That 5 7 pair eliminated 5 from this cell, this is 4 and a 9, right? So which means you eliminate 5 from here and you have a 4 9 here. See the way I got the digits here. This was the logic that actually helped me solve it faster. I would say really faster. And if you see now, yeah, so if you see now, we can continue this Sudoku. You have a 2 3 4 5 7 pair here, right? So 1 6 8 and 9. 9 cannot be here. 1 6, so this would have to be 8, because 1 6 and 9 is here. 8, 1 6 and 9, right? So 9 would have to be here. And these two cells are 1 and 6, right? And 6 cannot be here, 6 cannot be here because of the 6 here. So this cell is a 6 now. 4 9 6 1 3 2 5 7 and 8. So this is 5, this is 7, this is 8. See the way I got the digits. That was actually the intended solve path that I used, and I am sure that James Peter has used this logic to construct the Sudoku. I was really happy to get this logic here. And which means if you see now, these 3 cells are 1, 2 and 3. This 1 and 3 would have to give you a 2 here. 1 would have to give you a 1 here, and that gives you a 3 here. So 1, 6, 9, 3, 7, 5, 8, 4 and 2 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. Right? Okay, yeah. Now, yeah, I would see 1, 3, 7, 9, 5, 6, 2, 4 and 8 in these 3 cells. Same way 4 9 5 7 9 4 5 7, no, sorry, this 4 would give you a 9 here, right? A 4 here. So 5 7 and 3, so 3 5 and 7, 3 5 and 7 here, right? And let's see what we have here more. 1 in this row cannot be in any of these cells, cannot be here, so cannot be here, and this cell would have to be a 1 now, right? And 6 cannot be here. Have I written all the 7s? I'm not sure. 7 cannot be here, cannot be here, cannot be here. 7 would have to be in one of these 2 cells. This is not a 7, so this is a 7 now. That eliminates 7 from this cell, this cell, this cell, so this is a 7 now. That eliminates 7 from this cell. This is not a 7, this is not a 7. All of these will have to be 7s. This is not a 7. So 1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 6, 9, 8, 7. So this cell would have to be 8. 6, 7 and 9. 6 and 9. So this is 7. These 2 cells are 6 and 9. So this is 6. This is 9. 1, 6, 8, 7, 9, 5, 2, 3 and 4. Right? 4 is not here. So 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. 3, 5, 2, 4. 4 would have to be here. 2, 3 and 5. So 3, this is 2 and 5. 3 and 5 cannot be here. So this is 2. This is 3 and a 5 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 6, 8 and 9. 6 cannot be here. 8 and 9. 8 and 9 cannot be here. So this is 6. This is also 8 and 9. One, 6, 2 and 8. 2, 1. This is 6 and 8. 6, 1, 2 and 8. 1, 2, 6 and 8. Okay, so 2, 6, 8 triplet here. So this is a 1 here. That is 6 here. 2 and 4 would have to be, okay. So because of the 2, 4 would have to be somewhere in these box. So 2 4 eliminates from this cell, this is 8, that eliminates 8 from these cells, 8 from this cell. You have a 2 4 pair now. Let us not see this, let us see something else. 5 6 4 1 2 7 8 3 and 9, right? So this would have to be 3, this would have to be 9, that gives you 8 here, 9 here. So 3 6 7 4 9 5 1 2 and 8, 8 cannot, 1 2, this is 8, 1 and 2 in any order. So this is 3 and a 5 in any order, right? 5 1 8 4 2 7 3 6 and 9, 9 cannot be here, so this is 3 6, 6 cannot be here, 3 9, 3 6 and 9. So where can a 4 be in this box? 4 cannot be here, 4 cannot be here, this cell would have to be a 4, that gives you 2 and a 4 here, that gives you 2 here. Two 6 3 5. Okay, come on, what are we missing here now? Now it should be easy, I think. 1 2 6 4 7 3 9 7 3 9 4 5 8 3 5 9 8 9 3 5 8 9 3 5 and 8 9 3 5 8. So 9 cannot be here, 9 cannot be here, this cell would have to be a 9, that eliminates 9 from this cell. One cannot be here, so 1 would have to be here. 3 6 and 8, 8 is not here, so this would have to be 3 6. You have a 3 6 pair, so this is 5. No, I am sorry, 3 and 5, 3 6 5, not 3 6 8, 3 5 and 6. Thank God. This cannot be a 3. Oh, this 8 eliminates 8 from this cell, this is 5, 1 2 and 4, 2 1, this has to be 4, that gives you 2 1 2, 8 6 2 3 5 6 3 5 7 and a 5, that gives you a 3 here, 8 3 4 5 6 3 and 7, so this is 7 and that is 3, and with that we complete this another excellent Sudoku by James Peter. I hope you got this logic. There are many different ways to solve an irregular Sudoku, and I am actually good at irregular Sudoku because I have constructed a lot, and I have actually covered a video on irregular Sudoku, all the types of in-out logics in irregular Sudokus. I will add the link in the description below for that Sudoku as well. You can look out for all the possible in-out logics in the irregular Sudokus, so that will help you to solve irregular Sudokus faster. So I hope you enjoyed these Sudokus. I would highly recommend you to please try to give the contest. Even the contest is over now, you cannot give it, but you can still solve it at your leisure. You can download the puzzle booklet, or you can even solve online as I have done here. And thank God I haven't done any mistake here, or else I would have to again redo it from the first, right? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do like and comment if you want us to solve any other Sudoku variant or a puzzle genre, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you.